Raila Amolo Odinga is climbing the mountain and is climbing the mountain very fast. As a matter of fact, very few people would have expected Raila Amolo Odinga to hold successful rallies in the larger Mount Kenya region. Raila Odinga's rallies in the entire Mount Kenya region so far has actually shocked the entire country. Yesterday, the ODM party leader held a series of rallies in Nyandarua, and they were both successful. What is the secret behind Raila Odinga's success in the larger Mount Kenya region? As a matter of fact, if the Deputy President Dr. William Samoei Ruto is not careful, then Raila Odinga is likely to lock him out of the larger Mount Kenya region. Let me just refresh your memory. In the last 4 elections, Raila Amolo Odinga actually became the subject in the larger Mount Kenya region. Raila Odinga was painted, and nobody would have expected that the people of the larger Mount Kenya region would one day wake up, sing praises, and dance for Raila Amolo Odinga. So in this video today, I want us to look at the secrets behind Raila Odinga's success in the larger Mount Kenya region. But before we do that, if you're watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two and click the subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue thanking you guys for your continued support. This video is coming live to you direct from Nyakach. Now, a gentleman by the name Muhamed made an interesting post yesterday. And this is what Muhamed was saying. I'll try to read it verbatim. I am not as naive as Tanga Tanga to believe that every head that come to Baba's meeting will vote for him. In fact, over 50% of those who come to these rallies have no voters card. So Muhamed is saying, because there was this claim that selling Raila Odinga in the larger Mount Kenya region was like selling a pork. But people have been attending his rallies. So Muhamed was saying that for him, he believes that 50% of those who attend his rallies probably don't even have IDs or voters card. But there's something he's saying here. But I cast my memory, that's Muhamed but I cast my memory back to the days we used to be told that Kikuyus are so busy in their farms, none of them would bother turn up to see or listen to Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga has been this dark name in Mount Kenya, so dark that for you to get votes, you only needed to abuse Raila Amolo Odinga. And he's continuing, I remember days when even my own relatives would warn me against going on a radio program to show support for Baba. Even today, we still marvel at how Ngunjiri Wambugu was elected, having ever greeted Raila Amolo Odinga. That is what some people banked on. I saw an imbecile calling me Mutua Raila, and I could feel his desperation. Now listen. He's saying, today being associated with Baba is the pride of the young and middle ages and elders in Central. If you are in Baba's side in Central, you hold your head highest. Raila, a man who has never lied on a campaign platform. They are now desperately trying to prove that the same hatred is rampant in the region. Imekata. So basically what Muhamed is saying is that for a long time, Raila Amolo Odinga and his name were painted negatively to an extent that associating yourself with Raila Amolo Odinga was a criminal offense. But that's not the main subject for this video. In this video, I want to explain to you guys the secret behind Raila Odinga's success in the larger Mount Kenya region so far. Because let's face it, the rallies Raila Odinga has been holding in the larger Mount Kenya region has shocked everybody, including myself. I had expected that with the support of President Kenyatta, Raila Odinga was going to gain, let's say, 30%. But from what I'm feeling now, that number might actually increase to 40%. Why is that success? In my view, Raila Odinga's success in the larger Mount Kenya region can be attributed to several factors. I want to mention only 5 of them, and I want you to pay very close attention. And for those who have not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button now. The first reason, in my view, I think is because of President Uhuru Kenyatta's network. You know, most people take Uhuru Kenyatta to be a fool. I've always stated and repeated on this platform severally that Uhuru Kenyatta is one politician who only makes political moves when he's sure of the outcome. He's unlike other politicians who make mistakes. Uhuru Kenyatta hardly makes mistakes. So I'm gathering that when Raila Odinga and Uhuru Kenyatta agreed that Raila Odinga was going to start moving in the entire Mount Kenya region, and that's why Raila Odinga is focusing there, they agreed that Raila Odinga was going to go there, but use President Uhuru Kenyatta's network. They wanted to be sure that President Uhuru Kenyatta's network, which he created in 2013 and 2017, is still intact. And that network is being controlled and managed by Nancy Gitau. And that's why yesterday most Tangatanga guys were claiming that Raila Odinga's events were being managed by the chiefs, assistant chiefs, and the provincial administration. That's not the truth. The truth of the matter is that President Uhuru Kenyatta created a serious network on the ground. And that network is what they are reactivating. And because that network has been reactivated, that's why you are seeing rallies being successful. For example, yesterday alone, when Raila Odinga was leaving Nairobi, his convoy to, what's the place? To Nyandarua were over 300 vehicles. Most of those vehicles belongs to people who are putting their efforts, putting their money, and are supporting Raila Odinga's bid for the presidency. I'm told majority of businessmen from the larger Mount Kenya region have decided that they are going to support Raila Odinga through thick and thin. So that's number one, President Uhuru Kenyatta network, and that network is being reactivated. And after Raila Odinga's tour, I'm told President Uhuru Kenyatta is going to embark on his own tour, campaigning for Raila Odinga in the larger Mount Kenya region. So that's why we are seeing a lot of successful events in the larger Mount Kenya region whenever Raila Odinga is in that region. Number two is the changing narrative. Number two is the changing narrative about Raila Odinga in the larger Mount Kenya region. It's drizzling. I wanted to leave, but it's not much. The changing narrative, just like Muhamed opined on his post. For a long time, most people believed that Raila Odinga was not even a human being in the larger Mount Kenya region. In 2017, for example, President Uhuru Kenyatta and his team hired Cambridge Analytica to instill fear in the minds of the larger Mount Kenya people that Raila Odinga was a devil. To an extent that when Babu Wino talked of Tibim and Tialala, everybody in those regions were made to believe that Tibim and Tialala are actually being part of Illuminati. So because nowadays people, those who are advancing those narratives are saying Raila Odinga is not a bad man, most people have started taking their time to listen to Raila Odinga. And whenever they listen to Raila Odinga and listen to other presidential candidates, they are coming to the conclusion that this is the right person. For example, Raila Odinga has never made promises which cannot be fulfilled. They are now realizing that everything which they were being told about Raila Odinga are all lies. Some of them, like I remember after the handshake, and I was still actively involved in ODM activities, there was this meeting which was organized between Jubilee youth and ODM youth. I went there because I'm no longer youth, but I was invited. So I went there. And after that meeting, most of those youths left that meeting wondering whether this is the Raila they've been told about or this is a totally new Raila. Most of them expected to find someone who is not a human being. So the truth of the matter is that the fact that the narrative against Raila Odinga is changing and most people are now embracing Raila Odinga. And that's why Muhamed is saying that it's now a pride of young men and women in the larger Mount Kenya region to be associated with Raila Amolo Odinga. Number three is what I can call William Ruto's costly mistakes. William Ruto was the king of the larger Mount Kenya region. But he made mistakes. After the handshake, he did not embrace the handshake, which was okay. But William Ruto then went to the ground, consolidated the larger Mount Kenya region, but he made several mistakes. The first mistake the DP and his team have been making is overconfidence. They were overconfident that they now have the Mount Kenya region in their pocket. How can you brag that you have the Mount Kenya region in your pocket, even without the support of the local leadership? So they ignored people who mattered. President Uhuru Kenyatta was made the president. That's the fact. There are people who supported his campaign. There are people who organized events for him. So the fact that they were feeling that now they can do anything without the tycoons there, without President Uhuru Kenyatta, without religious leaders that they can go alone, is one of the things which is now costing them. So the DP and his team overconfidence is one mistake. Number two is the early campaigns. When you embark on a campaign early enough, what happens is that you expose your cards. So far, the deputy president has been campaigning in the larger Mount Kenya region for 4 good years. There is nothing new he can tell those people. If it's about promises, he has promised them. If it's about promising things and not delivering, they have happened. Raila Odinga is coming at the right time now. So early campaign is one of the reasons which is costing the DP. Number 3 is his blue-eyed allies. So far, William Ruto has people who has, the truth of the matter, these people have stood with him. Ndindi Nyoro, Rigathi Gachagua, Susan Kihika, Alice Wahome, even Moses Kuria stood with him. But the truth of the matter is that these people expect favor from the deputy president. And some of them are no longer popular the way they used to be. Take, for example, Ndindi Nyoro. Ndindi Nyoro is a member of parliament. Alice Wahome is a member of parliament. You can't tell me that these are the only people who can lead their respective constituencies. Probably they're not even popular in those constituencies. So there are new people who have emerged. And because these new people have emerged, they want space. And since they can't find space in the larger UDA party, because they know, do you want to tell me that Susan Kika will not get the UDA nominations ticket? Do you want to tell me Alice Wahome cannot be given the UDA ticket? Do you want to tell me Ndindi Nyoro, Kimani Ichung'wah, those blue-eyed guys, their opponents are now going the other direction. Their opponents are the people now siding with Raila Odinga. And because some of these MPs are no longer popular, it means their opponents being popular and people are with them. People are following them to their new political affiliation. The truth of the matter is that in central Kenya, you are either with Ruto or you are with Raila Odinga. So those allies are causing number four in my view on the costly mistake by the DP is his fights with President Uhuru Kenyatta. The moment the deputy president declared war with the President Uhuru Kenyatta, that's the day the DP, in my view, lost the battle. You can't fight a sitting president who knows all your secrets, who worked with you, understand the way you operate, and you expect to succeed. It can't happen. And number 4, in my view, why Raila Odinga is having successful meetings is because of the Jubilee youths. Jubilee youths are doing magic and doing wonders for Raila Odinga, both on the ground and online. Let me just mention for you a few. When I talk of Pauline Nyoronge, all of you, the name will sound familiar. When I talk of Wahome Tuku, the name will sound familiar. They are both online and they are on the ground. When I talk of Solomon Korea, the guy whose videos have been going viral, explaining and dismantling William Ruto into pieces in the larger Mount Kenya region, he's online, he's live, he's on the ground. You talk of Councillor Wanjohi, and you talk of several other youths. I know most of them by their names. Why? Just because of the fact that they support Raila Odinga. So these youths have even formed themselves. Like, for example, there's the Mount Kenya Daughters of the Mountain, a lobby group by young ladies from the larger Mount Kenya region doing magic things for Raila Odinga. So Raila Odinga's success in the larger Mount Kenya region can actually be attributed to these youths, because these youths are changing the narrative. They're explaining to the people the real Raila Odinga. And lastly, in my view, is Raila Odinga's determination. The truth of the matter is that Raila Odinga is also determined to win the larger Mount Kenya region, and is doing everything possible to ensure that in 2022 he will be declared the next president of the Republic of Kenya, but courtesy of the larger Mount Kenya region. So Raila Odinga's determination is also playing a huge role in this success, because initially there was this notion that he can't climb the mountain, but he's going. People were discouraging him that he should not focus in the larger Mount Kenya region. In fact, I was on record on this platform that instead of Raila Odinga wasting his time in central Kenya, he ought to have focused in other regions. And one of the regions he ought to have focused on was actually the Ukambani, basically the nicer strongholds, which is the Kamba region, the coastal region, western region, and the Luo nation. But Raila Odinga is proving us wrong, that indeed he was right by trying to venture in the larger Mount Kenya region. Thank you guys, and please may you have a good day. Bye-bye.